What's up and good morning guys, welcome back to another video. I am beyond excited to be able to bring this video to you guys. I know we've been doing a lot of work here at the ranch and a lot of you have been asking for some truck content. Well, I am here to bring you some breaking news truck content today. This morning I was honored to sit in on a call with GM, which is like an insane opportunity. And obviously they are launching their next gen Sierras. And there were a bunch of people on this call with us, including some of the designers, some of the engineers, and other people on the GM team. And y'all, during that call, I took a ton of notes and I've got a lot of information to bring y'all regarding the new 2027 Sierras. Now, first things first, let's go over all of the trim packages that are going to be available. They've got the Pro package, which is basically your base model work truck. From there, you have the Elevation package. That is replacing the SLE or SLT package. You then have the AT4, the AT4X, the Denali Ultimate, and yes, there is going to be an AT4 AEV, which will be their top tier off-road model. Now, that's a pretty big trim level spectrum, and in talking with the folks over at GM, it seems like they really understand there is a broad range of truck buyers out there, from the weekend warrior to the person that's looking for that high-end SUV luxury, but in a truck form. And of course, the core base of who trucks were designed around, and that is the construction workers, the farmers, the people that are actually putting their truck to work every single day. With this large range of trim levels, you're able to basically dial in the truck exactly for your needs. And before we go any further, I know you guys are thinking this is an advertisement. This is not. I was actually honored to be a part of this call and I wanted to make this video. We're gonna jump into the luxury features of these trucks later. First things first, let's jump into probably what's gonna excite a lot of you guys, and that is the engine platforms. GMC is releasing two new V8 platforms. There'll be a 5.7 liter as well as a 6.6 liter gas engine, which is the largest in its class for these 1500 trucks. And I'm telling you guys, it was cool to be on a call with a lot of the engineers and the people that have actually seen these trucks in person, driven these trucks. They were very, very excited about the sound of this new 6.6 liter V8. It's got quad tip exhaust, and I know there's been a lot of skepticism when it comes to gas engines with all of the manufacturers lately. However, there have been 1.5 million miles of testing on these engines prior to them being released. So I would assume they've ironed out any issues that may come up. And yes, for those of you wondering, you will still have the Duramax option as well. Now, exterior wise, obviously we are seeing a huge update to this generation of GMC. Things like on the AT4X, you're getting integrated composite rocker covers. So you're eliminating, or hopefully eliminating, rock chips that your tires are gonna throw. Because again, they want you to use these trucks and they're designing these trucks to be used for their specific purpose, whether that's off-roading, on-road towing, or in construction or hauling. And since we're on the topic of the AT4 and the AT4X, let's jump into a few details about those. For the first time, they're gonna be offering 35-inch Goodyear Wrangler Territory MT tires. You're also getting new Multimatic dampeners, and this is going to help to manage your off-road high-speed impacts and basically give you a nice smoother ride with more control. And something that's not offered by any competitor in the class, front and rear E-lockers, which will kind of work in conjunction with each other depending on what drive mode you're in. Exterior on the AT4X, you are getting an exclusive hood design, 2-inch suspension lift, and a new front fascia design. And on the interior, you're gonna get a new timber mahogany colorway. Some of the other features you're gonna get with the AT4X, you're gonna get a standard panoramic sunroof, flat bottom steering wheel, increased bolstering in your seats, stainless steel speaker door grills. I mean, these things look freaking rad on the inside. And there's some other really cool interior features I'm sure you guys are waiting for me to talk about. So we'll jump to those right now. So GM is making the big claim of over 60 inches of combined display size in this truck, which is wild. And I know there's some of you out there that are truck purists and you don't think trucks need screens. You think trucks need hand crank windows. But there's other people out there and another demographic such as myself that thinks if we're paying all of this money for a pickup truck, we should be getting features that they're putting in the higher end SUVs. And GM delivered. I mean, looking at the interior of this truck, you wouldn't know if it was a pickup truck or an Escalade. They did a fantastic job in incorporating a lot of the features that it seems like the truck market has left out and they've reserved for the high-end SUV market, even though, again, the prices on these things are very comparable. So first things first, from the driver's cockpit, obviously you have your digital display. There's also a multicolor heads-up display, I believe is 15 inches as well. Now moving on to your infotainment system, there is a 16.3 inch screen. That is the driver screen, the main infotainment system in the vehicle. And then over on the passenger side, there is an 11.5 inch screen dedicated just for passenger and passenger use. Now speaking of features that the SUVs were getting and the trucks were not, the 16.3 inch is now an articulating screen, which means the screen can actually raise up and down, giving you access to storage behind. This is very similar to like Chevy had on the Tahoes, the Escalades had. They all had little hidden storage compartments behind the infotainment systems, and I always wondered why the trucks couldn't have that. It's the same amount of space behind the dash. It is awesome hidden storage. Now moving over to the passenger side, The passenger side also has an articulating cover. While the screen itself doesn't move, you have two modes for the screen. You can basically leave the cover up and you get a nice sleek integrated look to where it's basically a little display, and the display adjusts whether or not you have the cover up or down. When it's up, again, it displays things I would assume like time and all of that. We didn't get like super into the details of it. So if you're driving around no passenger, you're obviously not using that screen because you have your 16.3 inch right there, as well as your heads up display and all of that. Now, when you have a passenger with you, they can lower the cover and they get full access to their 11.5 inch screen. Whether they want to stream YouTube videos, play music, whatever they want to do, you have full access to it, and they assured us you have full accessibility while the vehicle is in drive. It doesn't need to be in park like the main infotainment system does to do certain features. Your passenger will have full access to all the features while you are driving. And I'm assuming this counts in the 60 inches of total screen dimensions that we have in this truck. But there's also an 8.5 inch rear camera mirror, which I don't think they have changed anything for this year, but there could have been. We just didn't address it in this video. And then again, back to the heads up display that is 15 inches of heads up, multicolor heads up display that pops up and kind of reflects through your windshield that gives you critical information while you're driving. Some people like that, some people don't. To me, I actually turn those off. It's not my favorite feature. Now, working our way off that infotainment system, there is obviously the Bose sound system with 16 speakers. And one of the cool things, and again, another feature I feel like they're integrating from the luxury SUVs, is we are now getting speakers built in to the headrests. And while we don't have all the information, I would assume it is again similar to the SUVs, and where if your driver is taking a call, like you can isolate it to where it's just in your headrests instead of being piped through the entire vehicle, which to me is one of the greatest features of those headrest speakers, on top of the fact that you have a nice premium sound right here. We talked about the wood option with the AT4X, but if you want to go Denali Ultimate, you get a super rad forged wood. It looks phenomenal, and you couple that with true book matched carbon fiber. I mean, the details on these trucks are insane. And we're finally getting to that luxury level that I feel like us truck owners deserve. Now let's jump to the center console. And again, if you're like me and your truck is your work truck, you are in your truck a lot of the time. So with the Multi-Pro center console, you have the flip down section to be able to do work with your computer, write notes, whatever it may be. But now on the luxury side of things, there is a ton of adjustable storage in there. You can move that center console. There's a lot of different configurations, and they've got dual wireless charger now. So the driver and the passenger can have wireless charging, and it actually looks like it's a mag-lock charger as opposed to the little tray that your phone has to sit in. On most of the trucks that I own, and your phone is constantly sitting there moving around, not charging because it's not perfectly centered up on that charging pad. So hopefully it is, by the looks of it, a mag-lock to where your phone actually stays attached to the charger. Now, obviously, like we mentioned with the AT4X, there is a new steering wheel. And then going back to the dash, one of the things I like that GM is doing is they are retaining hand controls. I like hand controls. I don't like having to go into the settings on my infotainment system to change something that is super simple that could just be a knob right there. There's plenty of space on the dashboard to have knobs as well as all the other features. Let's retain the knobs, and especially if you're driving, you've got work gloves on or something like that, you're hopping in and out of your truck real quick, you don't have to take your glove off to be able to touch a touchscreen to get to some feature that should be right there on a knob. Now let's move back outside to these trucks. And again, we got to talk to some of the designers and the engineers on a lot of this stuff. And they were super proud about things like the crazy new lighting designs that they have for your headlights and your taillights. Obviously, you still have the illuminated GMC logo, but there was a lot of thought and engineering that went into these new headlights and taillights. And some of them were based off of the Hummer EV. Now, moving on up outside, while the AT4X gets its own defined hood, the hoods on the trucks themselves are actually raised up a little higher and giving this thing kind of a meaner stance. Also notice they've removed the antenna. I feel like technology's come far enough to where we don't need an exterior antenna on these trucks. And mind you, I know I'm rambling off a bunch of features, but they were all kind of thrown at us pretty quickly. So if they're a little out of order, I apologize. I'm just trying to get this video out there as quick as I can to you guys so you get the information. But one thing they mentioned was 16 tie-down points in the bed, which I think is fantastic. I'll never understand why auto manufacturers for so many years have been skimping on the tie-down points in the truck bed. That should be one of the most important and focused on first features before we start moving to the interior of these things. So thankfully on the new Sierras, you get 16 tie-down points in the bed. And again, GM knows their market. So for those of you that are super interested in the technology, it is there. For those of you that want to off-road your truck, it is there with the AT4X, especially the AT4X AEV. They were very excited to be able to launch this. And again, speaking to the engineers, they gave us a little bit of insights into the amount of testing that has been going on behind the scenes with the off-roading, with the towing, with the new engine. And speaking of towing and speaking of technology, so as you guys know, self-driving is becoming a thing. Whether you like it or not, I was super against it when it first came out. Then I drove a couple of vehicles with it and realized the convenience factor that it brings. Now, obviously, GM has Super Cruise. Every manufacturer's got their own, right? Ford has Blue Cruise. GM has Super Cruise. Tesla has I don't know, Tesla self-driving. And with GM, Super Cruise is a subscription that you pay for, as well as Tesla, and I'm sure Blue Cruise. I'm sure all of them make you pay for this. Now you get 3 years free included. And one of the things that GM does that really separates themselves is you can get Super Cruise wall towing, which is awesome. You guys know I own a newer Power Stroke. It doesn't have Blue Cruise. Ford says, we don't want to give you guys Blue Cruise because Power Stroke owners are going to be towing a lot. And I don't know, either the technology they have is not quite there yet, they don't trust us with it. I'm not really sure the reason, because over here, GM is like, oh, no problem. We have Super Cruise and Super Cruise adapts for while you're towing. Now, we had a lot of questions, one of which was, is there going to be updated Super Cruise technology? You know, what is that looking like? And basically we got a little wink, wink. There is some information to come in the future. We'll let you guys know at launch date. So I know a lot of you guys are going to be wanting some information such as the new horsepower numbers on the new 6.6 liter V8. Well, they aren't going to give us that until we get closer to launch date. However, it seems like those of us that were in this call are going to be some of the first to get the information. So I should have a video for that as soon as we find out. And speaking of launch date, these trucks should be hitting dealerships by the end of the year. That is what we were told, obviously 2027. Usually, from my experience, around October is when you start to see the next generation or the next model years start to hit the dealer lots. So without having any hard numbers, that is what I would assume. We also don't have pricing. Not that I guess none of us asked, but I would assume it's pretty on par with the previous generation. Obviously, you know, things get more expensive every single year. Now, obviously you guys know me, I am a diesel truck owner, I'm an HD truck owner. But one of the cool things about seeing stuff like this coming out for the 1500s is a lot of this technology and a lot of this stuff usually moves its way on over to the 2500s. So while those haven't been released yet, we're not gonna get those for another model year, I don't believe. This is a good sneak peek into what we could possibly be getting with the GMC 2500s. Now, I gotta give a huge thank you to the folks over at GM for this opportunity. Huge thank you to Nick over at Scoville Motorsports for helping to get me in on this. And if you guys need any accessories and parts for your trucks, head over to Scoville Motorsports. Nick is a GM expert when it comes to these things, whether it be 1500s or 2500s and up. Not only has he designed and engineered some of his own parts, but he has run every single setup of wheel, tire, suspension combo you can think of. And if you have an idea of something that you want or something that you need, hit him up and he can guide you in the right direction and get you all set up with those parts. I know this was a short video and it was a good break from the ranch content. It has been a while since we have done some super exclusive truck content. And again, I'm honored to be able to be one of the ones to bring you guys this information first. And I'm looking forward to hopefully bringing you guys more content with these trucks as they are finally rolled off the floor to where we can actually get our hands on one. So with that, we're gonna wrap up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now that we do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like, a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforitapparel.com because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn.